Now that we're done with the side, let's begin the toolbox base. Let's start by choosing New, Part, OK. We can set up our options, documents, dimensions, leading zeros, remove those. Primary position, we want them to the 3 decimal places. We want our linear dimensions to be in between. We want to make sure our units are set to inch pounds, and we'll hit OK there. We're going to start doing by sheet metal. We're going to choose the top plane, and we're going to create a rectangle. So far we learned how to create lines, arcs, and now we're doing the rectangle command. We'll choose it off the center. We'll grab the origin, expand that. And as you can see, as I use that one, it's already created some relationships. Horizontal, horizontal, and vertical. We have a origin point that we're set up with, and everything is in the midpoint of that as well. We'll hit check for that. Right button mouse click, go to our dimension, add our lower dimension of 9 inches, and our vertical dimension of 6 inches. When we exit the sketch, we will automatically go into the sheet metal base flange tab because that's what we chose. And as you can see, the direction looks like it's going downward. That's a good thing. Let's do that because the design intent, we want to do that. Check. And if I hit spacebar, we're still active. I can look at it from this view. Hit spacebar. I can choose isometric or dimetric, or I can choose trimetric. You choose what you want. I'll click off to turn off the sketches. And now we have our base flange, but we need to change our materials. Minimize steel, expand aluminum, and choose 5052 H32. We'll close that. And now you get the idea how you'll be flowing in the future. This is our 4th drawing. We're to the point where we're understanding more of these tools and using them. As we practice more and draw more, we'll get a little faster. Okay, let's go ahead and save this part. We'll call this Toolbox Base. All right, let's do the flanges now. I'm going to put this in isometric. I'm going to come over here and look at what we have here in sheet metal. The basic thing that this project requires is to learn about edge flange. So the first thing we want to do is select the edge flange command. We're going to choose this edge curve here and move up to a space, and then we'll snap and select the other one, and they'll be equal. So one actually drives them both. As you can see up and down on the screen, one actually drives it. We're going to give it a distance. Looking at the drawing, the distance says 1.5. So under the flange length, I'm going to highlight it and put in 1.5. They both move to that area. And the flange position, material inside, material outside, bend outside, bend from virtual sharp, and tangent to bend are all the different options of bending. At this point here, I'm actually going to come into my view. I'm going to choose the front view. I'm going to zoom in here. And as you can see, the way it lays out my material when I flatten it out to cut it will be less of material. As I go on, it'll be to the edge, and last will be outside. So from this edge to the other edge is 6 inches. And that's what we want, the 6 inches. So I'll rotate this way. I have my 1.5 and my flange position and the 2 edges that I chose. I'll choose OK on that. And now I have my 2 flanges for my base. Let's get started with the final flanges. And now we're going to do the edge flange command again. We're going to grab this edge, pull it, this edge, pull it out, this edge, let it snap out, and let it snap out. the same distance, and looking at the drawing, it says that is the distance of 1 inch. So I will put that in there. I'll use the same flange outside option that I did for the first one. Simple as that. And we are done with all the 4 sides. And all we have to do is hit check. Now looking at this, this was pretty easy to do. The flanges were easy to lay out by reading the dimensions. Now we have some small little fillets we want to add to here. These fillets will be in the feature-based fillets, and we'll look over here and find fillets here. Our fillet design is supposed to say that those are all 0.125, an eighth of an inch. Many times people don't know what an eighth of an inch looks like. They can put 1/8, and that is a calculator which gives you the same information. So I'm going to use my middle mouse button rolling ball to select this edge. And as you can see, it's giving me a preview. It has full preview on. I could do partial preview. It's only few or no preview. I like to see full preview. So I'll choose this one. And now I'm going to move away. What I'm using now is my 3D Connect mouse. And I think it's an outstanding tool for any solid modeling or three-dimensional modeling program. I use it all the time. This is the first time I'm using it in this lectures because not everybody has it, but you can see I can float this around, turn it up faster. I have total control just by grabbing a knob and turning it. You can look at it probably online at 3D Connections, and you can see what they do for you as someone who's learning. There's my 8 edges. I hit check, and now you can see I have my box. And it is done. I will save it and continue on with the assembly. At this point, we have drawn every part that is needed for the toolbox.